Ladies and gentlemen, this is an article that came out in the Alaska Dispatch. It's not just heroin killing Alaskans, meth deaths are up here fourfold. They are having a major problem in Alaska with methamphetamine usage and death. And in fact, it's gone up fourfold. Not only are there a lot of people in Alaska on meth as well as the opioid, they're taking both. There's a lot of addicts that are taking both the opioids and the meth together. Okay? So they said that a lot of the meth going into Alaska these days are coming, it's coming from Mexico because back in the days when there were a ton of meth labs all through America, that's kind of going away because of the quality of meth that's coming from Mexico. It's a better quality and it's cheap. So there's really no need to have a whole bunch of meth labs all over the place like they used to many years ago. Um, so they're having a major problem there, just like everywhere else in the country. Alaska's really no different. But let me get a little bit into this article. All right. In all, there were 233 meth related deaths in Alaska from 2008 to 2016, the bulk of which were direct drug overdoses, while others were from causes such as drowning or falls. So, in other words, the person would get high on meth and then get into some type of accident that took their life. During the same period, there were 745 opioid related deaths, including 700 overdose fatalities, the report said. The meth is an illegal and more potent version of prescription amphetamines, commonly used to treat attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It can be manufactured by home chemists and become popular in the early 2000s. Then in 2006, the federal government sharply restricted sales of key ingredients found in over-the-counter medicines such as Sudafed. For a couple of years, the country meth problem diminished. That helped 100% with the homegrown U.S. labs producing in a trailer or in a house or whatever, said Mike Root, special agent in charge of the Drug Enforcement Administration, Alaska's office. He remembers working 100 homes or mobile labs cases a year back in Utah during the meth peak. That dropped to almost nothing. Manufacturers figured out workarounds and dealers began importing meth from Mexico. It's a lot easier to get the chemical down there, getting them diverted from China or whatever, Root says. Mexico kind of took over the deficit. Drug agents are working cases often with the U.S. Postal Service, but no more is getting in. Yeah, more is getting in. And you know what's so funny? Drug cartels are now using drones to get the drugs in over the border. Now, they are catching a few drones, but the vast majority of them are making it over the border. So they are no longer, you don't have to worry about sending a person to the border because you can use the drone. Now, you figure if they're using drones now, don't that kind of diminish the Mexican wall? I'm just saying. Kind of stupid to build a wall and they're using drones. Okay. It used to be if you had a pound of meth, that was a big seizure for Alaska. Now we are seeing, I hate to say, 5 pounds and 10 pounds. We're seeing larger and larger quantities, which obviously means there is more out there. And the imported meth is poisoning and killing Alaskans, Butler said. Some people are using both meth and an opioid. that might take meth, they might take meth to give themselves a quick boost or as a self administered antidote. But unlike the emergency drug naloxone, meth doesn't restart someone's breathing, the doctor said. So, pretty much when they die on meth, that's pretty much it. They can't use Narcan on someone that has overdosed and died, um, or even overdosed on meth. They don't respond to it at all. So the Narcan is useless. Instead, meth can cause a stroke or heart attack, Butler said. The blood pressure goes up significantly during methamphetamine use, he said. The heart rate goes up significantly. In 2008, 5 people died in Alaska from meth overdoses. In 2016, 53 died from meth overdoses, and 12 more died from other causes, but were using meth at the same time, the new report said. Wow, I guess if they're mixing all these drugs, I guess they are dying, right? During the 9-year span, 6 people in Alaska committed suicide with meth, 2 drowned on meth, 2 on meth died after falls. People ages 45 to 54 were the age group most likely to die on meth, the report said. The drug is very hard on an aging body. You ain't lying about that. Y'all, some of your 20-year-olds look like a bunch of elders on that stuff. Extreme weight loss, paranoia, hallucination, violent behavior, and dental problems, known as meth mouth, all can result. The damage to a user's heart or brain can't be reversed with an antidote, but can be treated. In 2015 and 2016 alone, 200 patients were treated in Alaska's hospitals for poisoning from amphetamines, including meth. The average cost for this hospital care is almost $35,000. Oh my God, from one hospital stay. Wow. Oh my God. These junkies are costing a fortune. According to the state reports, less than 3% of regular high school students as of 2015 said they've tried meth, a rate that has been dropping. But for youths locked up, the percentage is far higher. The report points to the need for more education and more public health campaigns to deter people away from drugs, including meth, health officials say. Special efforts are focused on opioid deterrence, but a broader reach is in order, Butler said. So they want to expand the campaign that Trump is putting out for the opioids to also include meth. I tell you, coddle, coddle. But the drug of the year will change. We really need to get into some of those underlying issues of what drives people to use intoxicating substances, he said. Well, America got a problem that is impacting millions of people, and they really don't know what the hell to do. They really don't. And how do you deter the problem when the people are enjoying the drug too much? You won't. You won't. And as I stated before, this drug plague ain't going nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. It's here to stay. Please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. And don't forget to hit on that notification bell. That way you don't miss my next video. Peace, family.